Alright, so today we're doing an interesting little video. Sorry, forgot that. Today we're doing an interesting little video, in that it's a rarity because I'm reacting today. So my mic is like annoyingly underneath something, it's a wire. Alright, so today we've got Tuv's disturbing things found on Google Maps. Now, Tuv also says like he doesn't get these ideas for the most part aren't original, but he does try to add some of his own examples, which is kind of what I'm going to try to do when I'm watching this. Is I've got a couple in mind. I've seen the video before. I don't remember if he adds some of the things I remember, because I remember some of them sparked like, big debates and like conspiracy theories. Well, didn't spark, but they rather confirmed and stuff. So I'll try to add anything here and there when I can. Because I just don't often record, and react. So I just realized that this is not on. Let's turn that down just a little. Default speakers. Okay. Got it. Yeah, I realized when you guys have this. When I have this mic on, you can't really hear me. So I have to switch the speakers real quick. Okay.
Earth, and I'm sure we've all looked up.
Yeah, and just know it might cut out, because it switches back to the mic audio. Just letting you know.
Up our own addresses out of curiosity, but many strange things can be found on these websites. Anything from people wearing pigeon masks, strange hacks, to straight up on these websites. Anything from people wearing.
Yeah, I need to know. That one I'm curious about in particular, right? Because I've heard about this one. It's like, was that on purpose? Did they like find out somehow that Google was going to be updating their Street View? It's like, yeah, let's get the pigeon head masks. Or were they like just doing some oddball shit? Could be like, I don't know. I think it's unlikely based on the dress that it's going to be Yakuza, but like just, trying to get around incognito. But wouldn't that be just the goofiest thing?
Pigeon masks, strange hacks, to straight up disturbing locations. Today, we will be taking a look at masks, strange hacks, to straight up disturb.
Looks like the Doll Island in Mexico.
Locations. Today, we will be taking a look at disturbing things found on Google.
Did you show all the sources for those? Intro. No, I don't think he shows the source stuff for any of these. No, I'm just curious because I was recently talking about maybe like whenever I end up learning Spanish, taking a trip down to Mexico City to visit the Doll Island.
Apps. By the way, can you guys follow me on Instagram at my name is Tub and subscribe to my personal channel named Birdie? All right, enough of that.
Oh, I should mention this. I don't always watch things prior to watching a reaction to them because I feel it's nice to watch a reaction every now and again. But do watch Tub's video if you don't know who he is yet. I forgot to mention that at the top of the video. Yeah, you should watch him. He's over a million subs right now, and he did a little cat-made outfit for his 1 mil milestone, and do so, please. In fact, watch this video, but here's the thing. Here's how you defeat the algorithm. You play these both at the same time, my video and his. Like, subscribe on both. And mute mine, and then you mute one of the videos, so we both get the watch time, both get like and subscribe and sub, and we both win.
Get straight into the video. Okay, wait, guys, I actually want to tell you something really quick, and that's that we're going to be doing a Discord dating show. Yes, that's how desperate I am to. Yes, that's how desperate I am to find my next e-girlfriend or e-boyfriend. I don't care. Make sure to join the Discord. We're going to be doing it sometime in January. So.
Also, I know you might imagine that this is coffee like I'm usually drinking. No, it's tea.
My mods and I are going to be verifying ages, so we're going to ask for those IDs, right? So,
Don't tell my doc I drink a lot of coffee. if he knew that I probably like megadose like twice, he'd be like,
obviously it's all just for fun. It's gonna go on the second channel. So okay, now let's actually get to the video. Sorry for interrupting. Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and I'm so
also, the mug is fucking
I'm
great.
So happy because
you see that? Yeah.
We hit 400,000 subscribers. Yo, the channel is growing incredibly quick, and I'm so thankful. I'd rather be annoying and thank you guys in every video than never acknowledge your guys' existence. But seriously,
no, it doesn't. Okay.
Thank you guys for clicking subscribe. Thank you guys for clicking like. Thank you guys for commenting. Thank you guys for liking me as a person. Thank you for everything, man. 400,000 subscribers. We started the year off.
I have to pause every time I talk. I forgot about that. Yeah, because I hate to do that. Yeah, and got like hell of a lot more views than I usually do because I use the tags.
With 19,000 subscribers, and the hard work definitely is paying off. It definitely is. Wow, 400,000? That's a crazy number. And my channel is super.
Also, just imagine the amount of people, right? Even if he got 400,000 subscribers, or at the moment like he does, it's like imagine that is 4,000 people. Granted, it's probably primarily from the US and UK, or like Canada. But imagine like someone who has, I think Smosh has like 7 or 6 million. Yeah, I'm not exactly certain. But like imagine someone who has that many subscribers. 6 million. That's 6 million people. The world is like, I think... Okay, let me just use a population size I do know of. China is like 3.1 billion, I think. People, I think. But like their numbers are in the billions. So that's, only a fraction of China's population, but like America's like 1.3 million. So someone who has a million has like 95% of America's population. It's fucking insane sometimes.
It's like when you think 200 or 300,000 views per video, sometimes even more. And if you guys were ever looking for a channel community, make sure to join my Discord. You don't even have to join it. I love you guys in this community, and if you ever wanted YouTube home, well, I got you. I would gladly invite you to the Tuv channel. Just make sure to subscribe.
I'm curious. So what's her pop? It's probably gone down just a little bit. America. Because population 22. Okay. Oh wow, I'm just completely off. What was China's then? I thought it was 332. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I am way off. Hold up. I thought it was like, was it in 2010? Oh, that makes more sense. Yeah, yeah, that's the census is done every like 10 years. That makes more sense. Can you even see what I'm looking at? Yeah, you can. Yeah, it's like every, no, but it's still 300 million. God damn it. Where did I even get that from? Yeah, okay, cool. I'm just wrong. Yeah, but just the amount of scale of people that is. Oh yeah. Oh, I was thinking of China's number. It's 1.3 billion. But like, I was thinking of that in the millions. Yeah, but like, yeah, just imagine the amount of scale that is. Oh, sorry, I was watching that earlier.
But seriously, like, I love you guys for real. Like for real. We're a community, bro, and you're not alone anymore. Oh, that sounded corny. Dude, I say corny a lot, don't I? That sounded soft, alright? And if you know me, you know I'm the opposite of soft. I am a super tough guy. Anyway, thank you guys for 400.
I like wholesome. Wholesome is a good
Yeah, before the list starts, I want to let you guys know that this is not all scary lists. This could be funny, weird, disturbing, just like the Strangest Websites video. So this is just Tuv's list. Yeah, let's get started with the video.
The choice picks.
Creepy ghost girl, Huntsville, Texas. In 2018, people were freaking out due to a ghost girl in Huntsville, Texas being caught looking at the camera behind a tree.
Okay, I'm gonna be real. That just looks like a little girl. Okay, I'm not gonna try to debunk you. You could disagree with me if you like. I'm just looking at the photo in general. Right, so yes, that's a graveyard right there. But like, okay, so That girl just looks like she's in the shade, if I'm being honest. See, the sun's coming from this direction, and she's behind the tree and all these other trees, so she's well in the shade. And does it say when this was found or anything? But like, it just looks like
as the girl seems to have no color, just a gray ghost. And behind that, we can see a figure with a dark cloak. As the internet was freaking out, just a gray ghost. And behind,
I'm gonna be real. Again, I hate to like just bring, because like that could spoil the magic for people. But like, since the size of that is what it is, I think that's just a leaf or some sort of debris on the fence, because it's like right there. The fence is like right there.
We can see a figure,
and like, there's stuff here, like maybe that's wood, similar kind of stuff.
I'm gonna be dark real. Cloak. As the internet was freaking out,
I'm not the biggest believer. I am a spiritual person, I imagine, an agnostic, but I'm a spiritual agnostic. But like that, just I don't know.
A comment was posted by John Wells onto the original video, which now has 700,000 views. It reads, "Ha ha 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 ha, that's my daughter. She was hiding while I shot the panoramic photo using Google Street View app. If you swing around 180 degrees from where she is, you can see an actual paranormal investigator setting up his equipment while his wife leaves through a magazine." Though some thought this was the end of the mystery, others were still skeptical. I'll read this comment by Bloody Pulp 88. So what you're telling me is your daughter just happens to be peeking around the corner with a very pale face, somewhat transparent. I think you just came on here to steal the comment section. I don't think that's your daughter.
I'm sorry.
Yes, maybe you were here investigating at the time, but looking at that grayish/transparent face, that could not have been your daughter. Plus, it's the typical peek around the corner like many spirits do. And
or kids too.
You know what? It sounds kind of weird when you're telling someone,
hey, not like in a paranormal or weird way. Kids just do that. They'll be like, hee.
Hey, that's not your daughter. Like, it's kind of weird, but I kind of have to agree with this person on this.
Starting an online store is easier than you think. Let me show you how to quickly open one with Shopify.
This one, I really like this comment by a person named Kirill25, and they say, "Why girl gray?" And yeah, I have to agree with the commenters. I am questioning the authenticity of this John Wells person as well. He provides no actual proof that this is his daughter. The closest thing I could find to evidence was on his channel and in his first video. You can see the license plate and sticker on the car in front of him is from Texas. So is Ghost Girl actually a ghost, or just an innocent girl that posed for a picture for her dad and then he posted on the Google Street View app, which I didn't even know was a thing. I didn't know you could post your own stuff on Google Maps. I guess we'll never truly know. But seriously, the girl is gray. Straight up gray. So, hey, we'll leave it at that. We got a nice gray girl somewhere
I saw one
behind
in
a tree.
Dead Falls. That was gray. That was pretty normal there.
Pigeon People, Tokyo, Japan. Oh yeah, I want to let you guys know all the coordinates will be linked down in the description. Really? All right, so
where are the coordinates then? Sorry, it's like where were the coordinates then? Were they all just the? Let's see. I don't know where the coordinates were. Sorry, I just really wanted to see what the coordinates. Are they here? Or... Sorry, I know where it's like right at it. No. So, right here. I see. Now I got it.
Creepy Ghost Girl, Huntsville, Texas. In 2018, people were freaking out due to a ghost girl in Huntsville, Texas. Pigeon People, Tokyo, Japan. Check out all of these. Go down in the description. Not yet. Give me the watch time. That is all I ask, and a like. All right. While I was doing my research, not everyone provided coordinates. They were just like, "Oh yeah, it exists," and I'm like, "Bro, link it." But I got you guys. It's linked all in the Google document. So check it out after the video. Okay. So here's one that I can't really provide much context for. Pigeon People in Japan. In a certain spot in Tokyo, Japan, these people can be found just looking at the camera. Kind of creepy. If you go behind them, well, they just
one Tom Segura thing where he's like. My dad told me Tommy Lee Jones was gay, so for like the next 30 years or something like that, I kept saying that, and then Tom Segura talks to some dude who, knows Tommy Lee personally. He's like, no, he's not. He asked his dad, and he's like, Dad, what the hell? And he's like, oh, I thought he was. I'm like,
They look at you. No matter how far away from them you travel, they're always looking at the camera. It's clear that this is an innocent prank, not some sort of like cult or anything. But the people in the masks could be students from a nearby art school, Musashino Art University. Funny enough, the same prank can be found 90 miles away in a restaurant.
Really?
I don't know either, but honestly, it's pretty funny, and it's an innocent prank that doesn't hurt anyone. I give it a nice 10 out of 10. I also want to say all my sources will be linked down in the description.
One video, it's I encourage you to probably look it up. It's like where the people, I don't support scaring the shit out of your animals, but like it is a little amusing. I personally wouldn't, but like the people who like put on the rubber horse mask and look at their horses and shit, or the person who puts like the cat mask and like walks up to their cat.
I forgot.
It's like uncanny valley your fucking animals, man.
Say at the beginning. Yeah, all my sources, like always, will be linked down in the description below. Blood Lake, Baghdad, Iraq. Okay, so with the research I did, there is no solid answer. Every website or YouTube video that I visited has one of 3 different responses. Theory 1, which is the most popular. This is real human blood from the Iraq War, from people that were killed. This would be gallons and gallons of blood. I mean, yeah, it's possible, but it's also a haunting thought considering that the lake is half a mile long, and I don't even know how deep it is. So let's go on to theory number 2. Theory number 2 is a claim.
Wait a minute. What? Give me a second. Now I'm curious. What? Cool dogs, come on. It's like, what? Blood Lake, Baghdad, Iraq. It's like, have we zoomed in on it? Oh wow, no, it's just actually fucking red, is it? It's not pure red now. It's like, oh, hold up. Like Lago Vermilio? Hold up, give me a quick second. I think I got this. I think I've cracked the code. Oh no. Okay. Has Archaea energy? Nice. Let's see. Algal blooms, that is true. Okay, I'm gonna pause real quick because now I need to do some research. Okay. I've got 2 solutions for you, right? I understand Tov might know this. Alright. There are 2 solutions, right? I'll tell you, which one is correct after that because I did some research. Right? First is Archaea. Archaea are a type of bacterium. They're really their own classification, but a lot of texts might classify the whole archaeobacteria stuff. Anyway, they can create some very interesting colors in water. Like check out the salt lakes in the salt lakes in Utah, right? But I was told this particular lake is very. No, it's Lago. Hold up, I was wrong. Give me a second, real quick. Here, let me explain it real quick before I pause again. So they Archaea like very extreme temperatures or extremes like acidity, methane content, right? They like heat. Stuff, all sorts of things. They can survive quite a bit of, they can take a pounding. So what was this one? Yeah, well, it said Lago Vermelho. That's what the coordinates gave me. So I think that is the same one, right? Now the second option I found was algal blooms. So there's a type of protist called red algae. Algae is actually part of the protist group. It's not exactly a plant. And what it can do when it, it's called an algal bloom or a red bloom, I think. And what happens is it produces all this red in the water, and because of the algae, it's red. And what happens is this can also cause a very, I think it's the toxin it produces is ick in fish. Does red algae? Huh? What? Oh. G. No. Oh, red tide. It's called red tide. Ick, I think it's called. Yeah, it's called ick. Let's say. Oh, well, I thought ick was also caused by red bloom. I don't know. You look that up. That's more of a class about, it's called a red tide, actually. And yeah, so that, could cause like toxins in the water. And that's what I ended up finding out. This was caused by a red tide or red bloom. So
claimed that butchers would cut their animals there and let their blood drain out of their bodies, though the blood would be brown at this point. So I don't really know.
Black, actually.
Trust that one.
I think it takes like 7 days for it to turn.
This theory states that the color is like this because of chemical pollution. I have no explanation as to how chemicals can turn clear or whatever color the lake was before water into red, bright red. It's probably theory 1, if I'm being honest. It's probably theory 1. Chernobyl, Ukraine. Chernobyl is the name of a city situated in northern Ukraine near the border with Belarus. Chernobyl was largely abandoned following the disaster at Chernobyl nuclear.
All I can think of is I think it's like 55,000 people used to live here. What's the number from Call of Duty?
Nuclear power plant located 9 miles away. Ukraine was part of the USSR on April 26, 1986, when the disaster occurred. An explosion and fire released large quantities of radioactive contamination into the atmosphere, which spread over much of Western USSR and Europe. It is considered the worst nuclear power plant accident in history. Almost everyone there evacuated due to high levels of radioactive contamination. To this day, more than 7,000 people still live and work around this contaminated area, and a much smaller number
tried to keep people, when they were put up for adoption because for certain reasons or problems and complications of the radiation. Russia's like, no, you can't adopt these people. No, we can't let it happen. Can't let it get out.
Have returned to the surrounding villages despite the risks. Though people still live there, it looks like a ghost town. A ghost town which we can visit right on Google Maps. My favorite part, and probably everyone's favorite part, is the Ferris wheel. It just looks so... That's like a wallpaper. I think it would be pretty fun to visit Chernobyl for a video. Explain all the facts, everything that happened, interview some people. So maybe one day we can make that video. That would be really fun. Whenever I'm a bigger channel, obviously. Blurred Out House, Cleveland, Ohio. So if you go to this location in Google Maps, Blurred Out House, Cleveland, Ohio. So if you go to this location in Google Maps, there's an entire house that is just blurred. I mean, we've seen faces be blurred on Google Maps, but I had never seen an entire house be blurred. But why? Well, that house has a horrible backstory to it. 2208 Seymour Avenue was home to a man called
Need to see if he puts it in face. Oh boy. Oh, he does put the Island of the Dolls in there. Okay, cool. Okay, here's the what is on my glasses. Sorry, my house has ants. I was like, what the fuck is... No, get off me. Fuck off. Oh, bastards. I'm sorry. I have a newfound respect for insects, but damn, I don't like them at all. I sympathize. I don't like them.
Castro. This man held 3 females captive, Amanda Berry, Gina De Jesus, and Michelle Knight, for over a decade. Inside, authorities discovered tape and chains which were used to restrain the women. And this is a really disturbing part of the story. But Ariel had a child with Amanda Berry and forced the other 2 women to deliver the baby. According to reports, the neighbors said the property was usually quiet, although... quote, sometimes you would hear music, but I would never see the man come out or hear any noises. It's just like he was there, but not there. Upon realizing this, Google Maps took action and blurred the entire house. I mean, I don't know the reasoning for blurring the entire house. Like, I get horrible stuff happened there, but whole building blurred out. Giant pink bunny. Cuneo, Italy. I know about this. This is a more popular one on the list, a very bizarre one. You guys may have seen this image floating around at some point while being on the internet of a giant pink bunny in the middle of a field. Photoshopped? No, it's very real. The 200 feet long and 20 feet high bunny, also known as Hayes, was placed on the hill in 2005 by art collective Gelatin from Vienna. Did I say that right? Or is it Gelatine? Something like that. Hayes looks as if they fell from the sky with their heart, liver, and intestines spilled on the side. According to Gelatin, okay, I'm gonna say say that right? Sorry. Or is it Gelatine? Something like that. Hayes looks as if they fell from the sky with their heart, liver, and intestines spilled on the side. According to Gelatin, okay, I'm gonna say Gelatine. According to Gelatine, the sculpture is supposed to make visitors feel like they're Lilliputians. Oh my god, what are these words? From the famous Gulliver's Travels. And it's an installation unlike any other.
Oh my
it's
god,
knitted.
that is like so wrong.
It took 5 years for Gelatine to finish knitting the soft and waterproof sculpture. Just like a regular stuffed toy.
I think it was.
What is the deal with air fryers? Like, have we gotten to the point where we've run out of...
I'm good, dude.
Visitors can play with Hayes. You can also climb on top of it and simply relax while enjoying the views of the mountain. But like all good things in life, Hayes began to rot. Visiting Hayes now, all we see is his outline. So yeah, he definitely, they definitely decomposed to death.
Yeah.
Body being dragged to Lake Almere, Netherlands. Another extremely popular one is this boardwalk with what seems to be blood and people dragging something. A body, perhaps? With the image actually boardwalk with body being dragged to Lake Almere, Netherlands. Another extremely popular one is this boardwalk with what seems to be blood and people dragging something. A body, perhaps? What the image actually appears to show is a couple accompanied by a dark brown dog. Perhaps a chocolate Labrador. And the supposed trail of blood is simply red-stained wood that has taken on a darker appearance.
No, if I were to describe this to anything that wasn't murder, I'd say wine, personally. Don't know how common that is up there, but like, I imagine it could be, but that's quite a bit. It's like they dropped the whole bottle down. If it's a dog, it could be that the dog's on their period. If it's not spayed or anything, that could leave quite a bit of blood around.
Possibly because the dog jumped into the surrounding water and then dripped onto the wood.
Yeah, that is true too, yes. I'm just trying to explain the reason why there'd be that much blood. Like, I'm not an expert on the female anatomy, but like,
Owners told The Sun that he instantly recognized the image and laughs at the fact that his dog is now famous. That wood really looks red though. That looks like blood, bro. But yeah, apparently it's just stained wood that became red because because the dog was jumping into the water and stuff like that.
I mean, if that's the explanation, I was just trying to guess based on like nothing at all.
Creepy face, Ithaca, New York. This is gonna be a little quick one.
Ithaca, New York. The more popular of the two Ithacas.
Because there's not really much I can explain. It's just this creepy face right here. You can see the face shape, I guess. And
bro, that looks like someone put a punching bag with a mask on.
You can see the two big black eyes, and definitely, there's no way that's a ghost, dude. That has to be like, it's just shapes that came together. I don't believe that is a ghost. You know, it could be. It could be. I believe in ghosts. Do you guys believe in ghosts? Because I do believe in ghosts. I believe in aliens. I believe in all of that stuff. I would love to make a video on aliens soon. I love aliens so much. Yeah, there's not really much to say. It's under a bridge, and is that a beer? Bruh. Is that monster drinking beer? Yeah, let's move on to the next one.
My first can of Monster, I found a full can on the side of the road in the snow, and it was untouched. I just cleaned it off, and I'm like, yeah, it's a Monster.
Thalassophobia, Scott.
Still prefer coffee.
So Google Maps has this option called Underwater Earth, where you can see parts of the ocean in a 360 view. For the most part, it's beautiful, but they're all mainly just one screenshot. You can't move forward or backwards. But someone found an odd location where you're placed in what seems to be hell. I mean, it's underwater, but it looks like hell. Yeah. Going 3 steps forward.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this about water. It can happen even in a swimming pool, actually. The deeper you go in water, the less light reaches down. I know this is pretty common, you know, especially with stuff that's like deep ocean creatures, like the blobfish or the anglerfish. But maybe this is what, you know, how a camera sees it. But like, yeah, the deeper you go in water, the less light reaches down, and you know that happens. It just gets.
The cameraman was kind of stranded, or maybe they just threw a device into the water. I don't know. The fear.
I would just like to think that they put it on a little float and then made it waterproof and just let it sink.
Of deep waters is called thalassophobia, and I don't even think you need to have this phobia in order to be.
I know it's hydrophobia, but like, I was always told thalassophobia is always more like the deep and the unknown in the water.
Comfortable with this entire scenario. Trust me, when you guys click the link down in the
description. That could just be it, because hydrophobia is also used to describe things in science that don't like water.
And go visit for yourself. I think this is the one that scared me the most. And it's so funny because if you compare this to like their stock underwater Earth places, they're so beautiful, they're so pretty. But this is just like, whatever, let's move on. This video is brought to you by Atlas VPN. Atlas VPN is a tool that encrypts your data and hides your virtual location. When connected to a VPN server, your device is given a new IP and DNS address, and all the traffic is encrypted and routed towards that VPN server. When the traffic arrives at the server, the VPN server decrypts information and allows traffic to access the desired destination. They also have a data breach monitor feature. This feature allows you to check if your email has been scanned through any odd websites. This includes data breaches and data dumps, which includes your passwords and all kinds of sensitive information. And you can enable notifications so you're aware of such incidents. It also gives you a heads up to change your password before anyone else in the world has access to them. Atlas VPN is available on iPhone, Android, Mac, and PC. Currently, Atlas VPN is running a huge holiday special deal for just $139 a month with a 30-day money-back guarantee. The deal won't last for long, so make sure to check it out by clicking the link down in the description below. Since the VPN changes your virtual location, let me show you something cool that you guys can do with it. Let's say you're looking for a specific movie on Netflix, but that movie is not in your region. Simply turning on the VPN allows you to go anywhere you want in the world and watch your desired movie. So guys, Atlas VPN is running a huge holiday special for only $139 a month with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you are interested, make sure to check out the link in the description down below. And now, let's get back to talking about disturbing things found on Google Maps. Limousine interior. Alright, so this one's just an Easter egg by Google, I'm assuming, but you can actually enter these vehicles. So if we click on the limousine right here, well, we can see the interior, and it looks pretty nice. I love the leather seats. You can get into this van as well. This van looks pretty pimpy. Is that a word?
Oh my
pimpy?
Goodness.
This van looks really...
We did see earlier that you could use it personally, so maybe like someone who is associated with those vehicles went in and did that just for like shits and giggles.
Really nice, and hey, just a little cool Easter egg where you can get inside of a vehicle and just check it out.
If I was not so attached to like places and stuff, and like the gym, I'd totally go van life.
Yeah. Luník 9 is a community in Slovakia with about 6,500 people living in it. Unemployment rates are at 90%.
I don't want you to be safe. I want you to go all out.
I need you to see 80%, and poverty and disease is
real quick. Well, actually, fun enough, I'll say
extremely high. Homes do not have heat, water, or gas. So this location was used back in the 1960s as a base for soldiers and police officers, but as time went on, low-income families started taking over. The average lifespan in Luník 9 is 22 years old. Visiting it on Google Maps, we can see the extreme levels of trash on the ground, how old the buildings are becoming, but the worst part is probably seeing the kids that have nowhere else to go. Yeah, this is definitely the saddest one, I would say, on this list. Island of Dolls, Mexico. A few miles...
Now I'll bring it up, just before we get real into this. So, it's not here, I don't think, because we're already to the Isle of Dolls, right? So, there's this one where the guy's face is blurred, but, like, it was only after people started, noticing something. The guy's face was... I don't remember exactly where it was or what the coordinates were. But if you look it up, Lizard Man on Google Street View, yeah, that's what the face that Google had him on looked rather reptilian, and what ended up happening is people made like a big splash about it, and Google was like, they just blurred it, which is like led credence to conspiracy theories about there actually being a Lizard Man. And hold up, I gotta take a fat piss right now. Give me a quick second. Alright, we're back in shit, wrong.
From the heart of Mexico City lies La Isla de las Muñecas, which is the Island of Dolls, where thousands of dolls hang from trees. The island, located in the Xochimilco canals outside of Mexico's capital, is definitely creepy. According to the local legend,
I'm actually also told that the island it's built on were actually as old as the Aztec because they're like man-made.
The island's caretaker, Don Julian Santana, moved to the island in the 1950s after abandoning his family. It was in the canals outside of the island that he found the dead body of a drowned girl and her doll. Convinced that her spirit haunted the island, Santana hung abandoned dolls he found throughout the canals as a way to appease the dead girl's soul. The location is now kind of a touristy area, I guess, but I don't know how many tourists actually go out of their way to visit this, but it's definitely creepy.
I mean,
and if that legend is true, which probably not, in the Mexican and like Hispanic community, we have so many legends that just they didn't happen. Like, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, guys, but La Llorona was never real, or El Cucuy. As Mexicans, I think we just have a lot of imagination. Scarecrow Village, Nagoro, Japan. Tsukimi Ayano is the, quote, Scarecrow mother. She was born in the Nagoro village, but moved away. When she came back in 2002, she realized that most of the people had left to find work in the city, making her once thriving town feel lonely and empty. Miss Ayano made her first scarecrow to look like her father and used it to protect the fields from crows. She noticed that the neighbors would always say hi to it, and so she began making more and more, eventually filling the village with them. Now there are over 200 scarecrows in this village, making it known as Scarecrow Village. Visiting it on Google Maps, we can see that, I don't know if you guys ever watched South Park, but
I love that idea.
It's definitely very interesting if you go on Google Maps and just take some time to see how many you can count, where you can see them, what they're doing. Yes, again, it's a little bit creepy, but hey, let's let Tsukimi Ayano do whatever she wants with her life. I don't know how to end this one off, so let's just slowly fade to black. Hill of Crosses, Lithuania. Alright, so when I looked this up, it literally says on Wikipedia that it's unknown. This is unknown how it started, but obviously this is religious. It has a religious meaning, and it's just a religious location, and if you guys go on it right now, or actually, I'll show you guys on the screen right now some of it. So as you can see, it's all crosses. It's all crosses. And the scariest thing is probably, oh my god, what is that? Yeah, it's a random woman right there on Google Maps. It definitely...
I'm gonna be real. I was like, oh my god, what is that? A person?
What's the vibe? Why is there a random woman here? Guys, it looks like she's holding a black Earl bottle. So if you guys want to go, if you guys want to go buy that, hey, link in the description. Like I said, there's not really much context that I could find, but definitely everyone can tell this is a location where people most likely go to pray, go ask God for whatever people ask God for. Yeah.
I know that's a thing of religious significance, is going to a place where God is strong to do that. But I'm like, isn't he everywhere? So couldn't you, like, if you, like, had the best connection, if you think you have a good connection, couldn't you, like, do it from anywhere? Like, I don't think you need a Wi-Fi hotspot to talk to him, do you?
Let's head on to the next one.
My little agnostics point of
Anonymous hack? Question mark. Alright, so this is my favorite one on the list, simply because it's so... Like, I've never seen this. I don't know if this is a real hack. I wasn't able to find that much information on it. So when we load it up, we can see the shadow of a man taking the Google images, right? So usually we see these Google trucks that drive around and take pictures of everything. In some cases, we do have people with a 360 camera, such as this case. But someone on the website, I guess, hacked it and made it all anonymous masks. It's that V for Vendetta mask. It's so interesting because anywhere you go on the website, the masks just appear where the person is and other random spots. It is so interesting to me because if this is a hack, how has Google not done anything about it? And if it's not a hack, then it has to be some sort of Easter egg by Google. It is so interesting and I really love it. And it gets me hyped for the next video coming out, which is the most dangerous computer viruses on the internet. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. And
I did. Thank you.
We have one.
So yeah, like I said, you could, try to pause both videos and watch them simultaneously, right? But I think, it'd be nice if you check out Tub if you haven't already seen him. I don't know what you're doing if you're watching me, but not him. But thank you if you watch this all the way through and maybe go check out more of Tub's content. If I were to recommend any particular content, pull up his page. Yeah, that's the one I was talking about earlier. The Uncanny Valley is an interesting little study, I think. Then you have things like Kick Messenger. Kick and Discord are pretty good. The pretty good looks on like social media and how the darker people of the world use them. The cartoon and video theories I do like because those were a lot of shows I saw as a kid. Also, the icebergs, are nice, but he always wants to let people know that wasn't his plan for the channel. But yeah, I'd say he's got a lot of good videos. I still have to check out some of his older ones, but I don't know how much of those they talk about specific people, and I don't know if I want to watch those ones in particular right now because I don't know, maybe they flag me for BS. Yeah, I say BS. Yeah, so I hope you've had a little fun time and you got a little education about the weird world of Google Maps. Have a good one.